Welcome, everyone. My name is Frank Klesitz with Viral Marketing. You're here with Christina Griffin, Maps Coaching. And we're going to talk to you about how to find motivated off-market listing leads. At the time of this recording, we're coming up to the end of 2022, and a lot's changed in the real estate market from the beginning of the year. And we're seeing more expireds coming on the market, possibly some more distressed sellers that have to sell. And you're here because you want to know, how do you get those lists? How to get the contact information of those lists, and how do you approach correctly and ethically to let those people know that you can help them out. That's what the whole webinar is about. So like I said, my name is Frank Klesitz. I help put the whole webinar together. Christina's a client of mine. You can go to getviral, GETVYRAL.com, and we have a whole 36 touch video, email, social media marketing program that we help execute for you to help you stay in touch with your database to get business. All right. And then Christina, really quick, you have a couple things at Keller Williams that you do. Why don't you fill the audience in real quick, and then we'll get into the content.
Sure. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone that's here. So a few things that my multiple hats, right? Other than being a mom and a wife, I have a team in the Tampa, Orlando area. I'm a MAPS coach. I teach a dominate off-market real estate class through MAPS coaching. I am also the community leader for Keller Williams International for KW relocation. So have a few hats, but it's I'm just excited you guys are here.
Yeah, 5,200 transactions in your career over 20 years.
Yes.
You know a lot about this stuff.
Yes, right. And 4,000 plus of them are dealing with corporations and distressed bank short sales, working with large companies, corporate relocation as well.
Wonderful. So you guys are on the right webinar. All right.
Yes.
So give me what's going on. Let's just start with this question: is what's going on with the market, and why are we doing a topic on distressed sellers right now?
Well, what's going on in the market is the days on market are more, interest rates are going up, the forbearances that the millions of agreements that were entered in around the pandemic are becoming due and payable. Millions of sellers are now delinquent in their pre-foreclosures.
Millions?
Yes, millions. They're now delinquent. So I'll give you
really.
Yeah. Yes. So
wow.
I'll give you some numbers in a minute, but what I would say is pre-foreclosures are going up, the tax delinquencies are going up, probate, divorce, so much is happening currently. So the last number that I have on pre-foreclosures, and I'd say why we are having this webinar, is for a passion of mine is I am passionate about teaching agents how to create opportunity instead of pay for leads. There's nothing wrong with paying for leads if you have the right ROI, but when you could take the data to create the opportunity, especially in a changing market, so much is possible. So the last number I have, and one of my data providers sent it to me in the last 30 days, there's over 46 plus million pre-foreclosures in the United States currently.
You know how much that's gone up, or?
Over 20% in the last 6 months.
Wow.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
So a lot of what I teach, Frank, and I'd say why we're here today is I want agents, no matter what they're going through, no matter what's happening in the market, I want them to know that regardless of the market, you guys can dominate it. In a shifting market, I have always excelled. And here's why. You need to think outside of the box. And I'd say another reason why we're here is if you don't know in your neighborhood who's in pre-foreclosure, who is a divorce seller, bankruptcy, what property is vacant, who has a lien on their property, probate, and so much more. There's so many things that can give you those indicators that people are likely to sell. And that's what I'm passionate about, is just helping the people that are going through those life events. In addition, helping you create an amazing business.
I mean, let's be clear what we're talking about here too. I mean, obviously we're looking at all this for business, but these are people in pre-foreclosure. These are people that someone has died. These are not good situations. And I'll ask you next how to get these lists. But one of the reasons, just knowing you, Christina, why you're so successful at this is your level of empathy you bring to the
Yeah.
approach, all right, of the situation. So these are people that there's a life triggering event where they're going to have to sell their home for some reason, probably because they don't want to. And when that high levels of emotion are there, that's where you as the agent can help navigate that situation so it's win-win for everybody. All right.
Mhm.
So I guess here's my first question. It's on everyone's mind. Give me, and this was in the write-up. Let's actually go over the write-up. When you talk about just, off-market distressed properties, I'm going to put the list here in the chat in case anyone forgot what we wrote in the write-up. Tell me about those.
Okay.
Auctions, bankruptcy, divorce, expired, liens. This is what we're talking about, right? When it comes to distressed off-market possible listings to go after.
Okay,
Is it fair?
so absolutely. So I hold on 2 seconds.
Oh, I think we're having some trouble going on Facebook Live. Are you giving data
Yeah,
access? Yeah.
yeah, we should be good now.
No worries. Well,
All
no,
right.
let me give you the question again because you're probably distracted and so much. Totally fine. Don't worry about it. What I'm saying is that what are the life events? What are the triggers that ends up on the marketing list, the approach list? And I put those triggers in the chat.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us about all those, and then we're going to go into where to find them.
Absolutely. Okay. So we all go through life events, right? We go through life events in our life, and a lot of times we don't like to tell the people in our world we're going through it. So us as agents, it's important that the people in our sphere, our database, our community understand that you're versed on those life events. So I want to preface before I dive into those. If you don't have in your profile that you know how to handle a short sale, that you know how to deal with probate, or you know how to just navigate maybe a divorce situation, it's important that you add those, because that's going to create the awareness for people that people that know, like, and trust you, to be able to, they go to Google and they look your name up, and to be able to see that you understand and you're empathetic for the things that they're going through. And you had mentioned, Frank, and thank you for that my empathy, I truly am. And I will tell you, a lot of things is because of what I've gone through in my own life. But when you help someone through a life event, they are never going to forget you, and they're going to refer everyone in their world to you.
I love what you said there. So the empathy thing we covered here aside that you want to drive home, but the very first thing you want to do is go to your Zillow profile, your About Me, your LinkedIn. And if you're going to go after these needs, you're the divorce specialist, the expired specialist, the bankruptcy specialist, the probate specialist, and get all that in your profile first.
100%. And when you go to Zillow, and I'll just use that as an example, they're going to have specialties. And it's important that every single site that you go, Google your name and your company, and you make sure that your profiles reflect your correct bio, your correct phone number, and everything that you truly specialize in. So Zillow will have a lot of specialties that you can add. Make sure to add those on all of your other profiles as well, because it's important, and it will also create that almost that validity or that trust factor with the people that look at your profile. Because somebody that is in your current world, maybe you go to church with them, they live in your neighborhood. If they go to your profile and they see that there's nothing stating that you understand how to deal with probate or short sales, they may end up going to that other agent that says that they know how to deal with that.
That's good. All right.
All right. All right. So let's go ahead and dive in. So we can talk through what you posted and why you guys are here. So ideally, we need to learn how to create inventory. We need to learn how to become that community expert. And we need to learn how to, I'd say, almost that awareness of what's going on in our current world and how to help our community. So auctions. One of my favorite exercises, and a lot of you are December 8th right now, and you may or may have not hit your financial goals. if you have not hit your financial goals, regardless if you have or haven't, I want you to go to auction.com and I want you to put your area into auction.com, your county, your city, your state. I want you to keep in mind as agents, you can sell properties in the entire state that you're licensed in. Go to asset type, pick foreclosures. It is a trusted resource that will show across the country and in your area the foreclosure sale dates.
Wow.
Those foreclosure sale dates, those auction dates, those are, and a few of the people I work with, they call it low-hanging fruit. However, those are people that need our help right away. So whether it's a golden letter, whether it is just a simple,
Real quick, a golden letter is saying that you have a legitimate buyer for them.
yes, you have a legitimate buyer for them. And I have a ton of examples on my blog. You just go to ChristinaGriffin.com. Viral Marketing actually created my blog for me. You on the top, download tips to get more referrals. And you're going to have an entire folder that opens with a lot of the things that we're talking about here today. So in that, you're going to see a folder full of letters, full of marketing, full of flyers that you can utilize. So again,
That's awesome.
yeah. Well, you guys did it for me. So it's the vehicle, but those letters, those door hangers, those flyers, recreate it, keep it simple. There's a folder in there that has my favorite links. I love Astro Bright neon paper. You print a simple golden letter on it, put it in a simple coupon bag for pennies on the dollar. And most of your offices have a very affordable way to print, and you put a golden letter on those doors. A lot of us, we feel a hesitation on knocking on the door, and it's okay. I call it COVID style ding dong ditch. You put it on the door and you just keep moving. They will call you, but those auction dates will create massive opportunity for you, because those are people currently that they have been given, it could be a week or 2 or 30 days, maybe 60 days to get out of their house. And you are that person that's going to provide an option for them.
So Christina's brilliant at this. And I have to step back to some nuggets here that I hope everyone just caught. First, we're going through the list of where to find the names and addresses of people who really need to sell their home. One is auctions. The whole list is rest down here in the chat, in the webinar write-up. But she already alluded to how to approach them.
Yes.
She didn't say call. She didn't say text. She didn't say mail. She didn't say any of those, because everyone in the country is doing the same thing when you're on that list. She said, go out to the house.
Yes.
You leave something on the door. You ring the doorbell and leave. Is that correct?
100%. And if you're afraid to ring the doorbell, just put it on the door and leave. Or get leverage. One of my favorite ways to find someone to do that is, I love Instacart. I am all about leverage on grocery deliveries or other things that take my time, because your dollar per hour is very, very important. And when you understand that, you're going to utilize that leverage. So next time that you have someone do Instacart, put a note on your door and ask if they need additional work to send you a message. But people in your world, your team, maybe just yourself, get out there.
Yeah,
Basics is so important.
I want to share this because we're jumping ahead a bit, but Christina discussed this with me earlier for my real estate business. And I took all the distressed properties list that she recommended right here. And there were maybe, 100, 200 in the area kind of wanted to work. And then I loaded them all up into Routific, which is like UPS delivery optimization software.
It's amazing.
And I hired a runner, to go just drop them off on the door and ring the doorbell and leave. And the phone rang. So cool.
And it's amazing that those simple actions and that we do create results. A lot of us, we get overcomplicated on the things that we do, and we need to just get back to basics. And the TCPA is so important. So that's the National Do Not Call Registry. Many of you call expireds. You may call pre-foreclosures. You may call other data types, but if they're on the do not call,
Don't do it.
Yeah, don't call them, but you can go put something on their door. So
And
yeah,
the message is consistent. It's
yeah,
written down.
yes,
Someone with a low skill set can do it, so the labor's cheap. Let's just call it what it is.
yes.
And then in addition to that, you have to understand these people have disconnected their phones usually at this point.
100%. And even if it's an expired, Frank, many agents that are going to watch this, you prospect for expireds. I want you to think about the people that are on the do not call. We skip over them, but what would it look like if you went and put something on their door? So auctions are your low-hanging fruit. Those are the things that you need to focus on first. That's the muscle you need to focus on first.
Wow.
Going to auction.com, putting in your county, dropping it down to foreclosure, you're going to see the auction dates. So again, super, super important. Bankruptcy. Chapter 7, if they own multiple properties, they normally only get to keep their primary residence. So again, that's another great data source that you can follow. So the bankruptcies, and then especially when they're multiple owners. Chapter 13, they have to do a debt reorganization. So understanding how to navigate that. Divorce. I have gone through a divorce personally, other than 2 amazing kids out of it. That's about I'd say the positive things out of it. I'm happily, incredibly married for almost 20 years now, but a lot of you may have gone through a divorce. What would it look like as soon as that divorce has been filed in public records, that you understood how to just post something simple to their door, call them, email them, call them TCPA compliant, email them, send them something in the mail, that you are that neighborhood expert. You're the one that they can reach out to for help.
A lot of these lists, I mean, Christina, just for our time, I mean, we can do a separate webinar on every single one of these reasons why someone sells. I'll go over them really quick. We have someone's going into bankruptcy.
Yes.
Someone's getting divorced. Someone's home is expired. Someone's home got slapped with a giant lien. Someone's going to pre-foreclosure or list pendants, or what they call it. There's different things. I think I butchered that name. Probate, tax delinquency, even tired landlords. There's a way to do that, and vacant homes. These are all people that might have a motivating reason why they want to sell versus just, kind of cold calling through with white pages, right?
Yes, 100%. And the tax delinquencies, I would say, and also pre-probate, those are people that are, that's when a death certificate's filed, because probate is definitely, it's a longer process, right? So all of these are life events. All of these are issues that they may need someone to be able to help them through it. So yes, 100%.
What are the services you recommend out there to go find this data? Like, where would someone go if I want to go pull in my county or zip codes?
Yeah.
The homeowner name, mailing address, property address of someone that are the people that are in these situations.
100%. And Frank, I posted my link tree. If we can share that to the public,
Oh,
great.
Yep.
So my 2 favorite lists or 2 favorite data sources that I personally use. One is PropStream. PropStream does what I used to do, everything the hard way. And what I mean by that, all of these different lists, all of these different sources that I shared with you and Frank shared with you, I had to go to 10 different places, or I had to go to the courthouse. So PropStream is a resource for you that all of these lists are included. So my link, if you go to my link tree, it will give you a 30-day free trial. So PropStream is one that there's about 100 different filters that are in there. auction.com. That will help you understand how to navigate your foreclosure calendar. So many of us do not have online foreclosure calendars. That's why auction.com is a great resource. I'm in Florida, which it's great that we have that calendar, but you can still get to it through auction.com. In addition, I love RedX. RedX is another great resource, but RedX will give you the pre-foreclosures, the for sale by owners, the for rent by owners, the expireds, and what's called geo leads. But why I love RedX, all of my list I put through it because it's really great at scrubbing the do not call and staying on top of the do not call on a consistent basis. There's a lot of other resources out there, but I highly encourage you to keep it simple. Those are the ones that I personally use.
Got it. So here's what we learned so far. Okay. You want to work kind of this distressed list for listings. Update your bio that you specialize in these areas. Go pull those lists that those services will give you the first name, last name on the deed, mailing address, property address. I think we alluded to, we can get the phone number and email, but you don't even really need that because you don't recommend starting reaching out that way. If you did, make sure you skip the do not call list and don't use a dialer that dials two or three lines at once. You got to do one-to-one dialing. All right. That's the TCPA law.
Yes.
Then what you recommended was to type up a letter, which is on your link tree. So there's the letter. That's nice. And go drive out to the house. Maybe he's using some type of routing software.
Yes.
Go put it on the door.
Yes.
I think you told me to use a clear plastic bag with some candy in it to hold it down.
Yeah, just something simple. Many of us have gotten it on our doors, but I want you to think about how many agents actually post things on your own door. So keep it simple and keep it consistent. And again, it's pennies on the dollar for you to be able to do it like that. Don't overcomplicate it. Just make sure you have a strong message and you answer the phone when they call. That's super, super important. And deliver a high level of service.
Great. So they have the letter. They know how to get the list. And then they need to have someone or themselves go out and put on the door and ring the doorbell. And hopefully that person calls.
100%. That's it.
I don't think we have to overcomplicate it much more than that.
No, but that's it. I've been an agent for 20 plus years. And the things that work the best right now are things that we did before all the wild and crazy things were happening on retargeting and all these different things, buying leads. Getting back to basics, taking the data to be able to have the right message, to be able to be that community expert, to have someone help you, and delivering a high level of service.
Cool. Let's answer some questions that came in here really quick. We got a few. Thank you for all of you. Yes, the letters are on her website. Why don't you in the chat put the link again to where they can get the letters. All right. You talked about Instacart. Is that where you find your runners as you recruit them off there?
Yeah, and my site's ChristinaGriffin.com. So yes, a runner is, so the two places, your market center or your local real estate office that you're part of, the agents that maybe they're contemplating, should I get a job? The person that's hungry, someone that you can help and is ready to go. The other one I say Instacart is because they're hustling. They're going and getting groceries. They're going and picking up a sandwich for you and delivering it. Yeah. Those are the absolute best runners. And you just put a simple note or you meet your next grocery driver at the door. And I can guarantee you, well, I can't guarantee you, but they're an amazing opportunity. Yeah, they really are. And I have several of them that personally deliver for me.
You could also just order an Uber and ask the Uber if they want to do it on the side, and which I've done. And you can also go to any job board and just create a position for a runner, and you can hire them on contract per errand, or you pay them hourly. You just decide who takes the risk.
100%. Yeah.
So Christina, you're brilliant at all this, and your classes are great. What do you want everyone to do? How can they pay you to get more information and more guidance? What's next?
Thank you for asking. So I have a class that is launching the first week of January. If you join now, because you're on this webinar, the code is web15 and you'll get 15% off my class. Now, going into the class now, I'm doing other masterminds you're going to get as an added benefit. So don't wait for the class to launch the first week of January. If you want to learn how to get through the shift, you want to learn how to create massive opportunity in your world and become that expert, from becoming an REO agent to dealing with all of these off-market filters. That's what I do in the class. It's only $199 a month for 3 months. And I just would love you to be part of it. On my link tree, you can join via the link tree. There is a link for it. And in addition to that, it's open to any real estate agent in the country. You do not have to be part of Keller Williams. So it's a great way for you to understand how to create opportunity, work with investors, and much more.
Cool. I'm just answering some of your questions. So PropStream, PROPSTREAM, Property
Yes.
Radar, that's their competitor. You might have Remine in your MLS, or Realist or RealQuest if it's a
Yes.
CoreLogic product. You can look at that. I think you also,
And make sure to go to my site. If you're watching this on the rewatch, go to ChristinaGriffin.com, download tips to get more referrals. And I have a list of my favorite links inside that, which will give you a free 30-day trial. If you go directly to the site, it's only seven days. Or
do you is the same letter for every type of lead, or do you have a different letter for each situation for each?
So we've probably got 30 or 40 different letters in that folder, from flyers, even Christmas type letters. So keep it simple. I recommend to make sure you have a strong call to action, and take a look at the different letters. Don't overcomplicate it, but take a look at the different letters and see which one resonates with you.
Christine, I'm going to make a commitment to you. I need to do this. So here's my commitment to you and everybody in the webinar. I'm going to go advertise a real estate apprenticeship. I'm going to W-2 them minimum wage plus mileage. I'm going to say, I just want you to go drive around on this route and go put these on all the doors with the different letters in the trunk. And when you do that, you can come to all my team meetings. I'm going to guide you. I'm going to coach you to get your real estate license and help you make money in real estate to kind of escape the grind or the situation financially and career wise that you're in. If you want an escape path.
I love it. I'll make that commitment for anyone.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm
Out
going to
to
do it
me
now
as well.
Yeah. So so Christina, anything else you want to share?
I would say that if you're sitting here and you're listening to this and you feel like you don't have leads, you don't have opportunity, maybe you're behind in your goals, I want you to understand it only takes action. You can create massive opportunity if you get into action. So that's something, whether you're part of Keller Williams relocation, you're part of joining our MAPS class, that's something I teach on a high level, regardless of your passion in your business, is to create opportunity. So get into action, understand that failure happens, and with the right support, anything can happen. So
I want to answer a question, just because everything we do is with ethics and clear. Do you promise an interested buyer if you don't have one? Absolutely not. So make sure you have an institutional buyer, right, Christina? You have a buyer on your VIP list. Talk about that quickly.
Yes, but I teach you how to create buyers, and I want you to understand there are buyers all over the US, Canada, anywhere that you're in. So even if it's you going to a simple Facebook group and you looking up your area and investors, and you posting that you specialize in working off-market properties, you need a great real estate investor. There are investors all over the country. So the golden letter concept, if you don't have buyers, put it out in your Facebook, put it out in your sphere, and create that buyer. Even if it's at 50% of market value, you can still legitimately have a buyer.
I think people like the apprenticeship idea. I'll just name drop someone that I have some respect for. It does a good job. If you guys go to realestatescholarship.com, same concept. You know, you can run radio ads and TV ads like, hey, are you kind of sick of your job? Come check out my real estate apprenticeship, my real estate scholarship. I'm going to start you off minimum wage as a runner and train you up, and or minimum wage doing something else that's not requiring a license. And that's a really good path to bring in people into business.
I love that. And he is amazing. Our company also offers free real estate school as well. So I love the concept.
Yes. Yeah. Some type of that concept or that idea of like an apprenticeship, a scholarship, some type of training to ease somebody into the business is a wonderful plan. Kara, put in your chat your email address, Christina, and your
Okay.
website one more time. Then I'll go ahead and wrap on up. We've had 30 minutes. Everyone, thank you so much. The replay will be available. You guys can go ahead and hire Christina. She's brilliant with this, and she's my mentor when it comes to for investment properties that I do on the side. But I also want to give you guys a quick insight just for about 1 minute to viral marketing. Christina's a customer, and you know, not everyone's ready to sell right now. You're also going to have a lot of people in your sphere and your past client list that, you know, might be in these situations, which Christina alluded to at the beginning of the webinar. So I want you to think about all the contacts you have in your Gmail contacts. I mean, think about it. Go log into your Gmail and look at all the contacts you have in there. Go look at all the contacts you have in your cell phone. Go look at all the contacts you have in your CRM. And if you actually export it all and dumped it all and just looked at all the emails and contacts, it's considerable. And my question to you is, what are you doing to stay in touch with those people so they know that you're an expert on real estate, even specifically these issues? And that's where viral marketing comes in. You guys go to Get Viral, GETVYRAL. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the chat. You could download our official video marketing plan, which is the 36 touch. It really came out of what Gary teaches at Keller Williams with a 33 touch system. I needed it myself when I was going to go to Keller Williams, and I needed a quality nurture plan, right? So Christina talked about maybe working the habit meds today, right? But once you talk to them and once you get permission, that converts over to a MET. And what are you doing to build credibility and show them you're the expert and get them to know you online, like you guys are going to know us online? So when you do tell them and you do talk to them, they give you like the time of day and treat you with respect and like you, and you're kind of positioned better. And you can also track who's even clicking and engaging this stuff out to your list, which helps out with finding out who's there. So maybe in 30 seconds, can you sum up your experience with viral, Christina? And
yeah, absolutely. I was just going to ask for permission to do that. So guys, the holidays are coming. I would say I am an epitome of a Hallmark mom. I love to love people around the holidays. If you do not have a touch plan around the holidays, think about everyone in your phone book, your Google Calendar, and on my blog, ChristinaGriffin.com, download tips, get more referrals. There's actually a step-by-step on how to get those lists. Viral marketing, I've been in the business for 20 years. You guys can look me up on Zillow. I've done over 5,000 transactions. I now, for the first time in my entire career, have a full functional list, ongoing marketing list, a touch plan. If I put something crazy in an email, viral is going to tell me, Christina, no, you can't do that. It needs to look like this. So my viral is definitely the reason that if you're here because you got an email from me, it's because of viral marketing. They help me create that list, stay in compliance, and just continue to build and grow.
Christina, I forgot Keller Williams does a free real estate license training.
Yes.
Is it all 50 states?
Yes, we have free real estate schools. So you just have to reach out to,
Sign me up. Yes. I need my apprentice. I don't have to pay for the license.
You just have to reach out to the local office in your area and just say, hey, I heard you have free real estate school. How can I take advantage of that? So.
Yeah, let me just leave with this, just for my own insight. You know, driving out to the house, getting the list, putting something on the door with letters. And clearly it's probably not anyone on this webinar wants to do systemically themselves unless you're just starting off brand new, right? The fact that you can probably find an apprentice or a scholarship and say to someone, do this for me and I'll train you, but you have to work for, you know, a lower wage. It could be my driver, runner. But also I can get you a real estate license for free. That's huge. And I just want to drive that home if anyone's looking for help to be able to pull this off. So
100%. Would love you to join my upcoming class. And I would love to be your coach to help you through the shift and what a lot of us are experiencing, that it doesn't have to impact your business if you focus on the right tasks to create opportunity and to help people through life events that really need our help.
all right, everyone. Thank you so much. The replay will be available on the same link that you used to register. You'll also get a copy of the replay in about a day. Zoom will edit it and send it out to you with all the stuff in the chat. We promised you how to get some off-market listings, and we went through the whole process, and you have the links to be able to get the letters, and now it's time to execute. Love the apprenticeship by Damon Hackathon.
Me
All
too.
right. Hi,
All
everybody.
right.
Thank you so much. You guys have a good day. Take care.